For a closer look, energy expert Felix Matthes from the Institute of Applied Ecology joins us now. A brand new wind park that's running on diesel. How much of a setback is that?
No, it's not that much a problem, because one has to bear in mind that's the first fully commercial wind park in deep water. Some of the problems are unbelievable, but we are in the beginning of a learning curve, which also covers network connections and all these things.
And part of that is 20,000 litres of diesel a month. I mean, that's a lot.
No, but one should be realistic. The total CO2 emissions in a year of this use of diesel is equivalent with half an hour of an operation of the lignite-fired power plant, and that's acceptable. That's not good, and that is a problem. But in terms of the environment, it's not a significant problem.
But do you think it'll be up and running by next year?
No, it will be up and running, and the network connection will be there, and then these parks will make a significant contribution to the transition to green energy.
Now, are these the types of failures in the renewables sector that are costing consumers?
This is part of these new challenges, because these are complex technologies which require a lot of logistics, and this new challenge of coordination, that is one of the parts and the pieces of the energy transition which create challenges, and in the end of the day also costs.
And long-term investment is also a problem, I believe. If we take a look, just a quick look at the figures, what companies have been investing over the past decades, things hit a real low at the turn of the century, as you can see there, and took quite some time to pick up again. Is that why consumers are now having to fork out so much? Consumers now have to pay investments, and all these investments are needed in Germany and also in the neighboring countries. And whatever we do, these investments need to pay back. What Germany did is that they gave these investments a very clear direction towards a green energy, and that lowers uncertainties and lowers, in the end of the day, also the costs. But besides generating renewables, generating the electricity from renewables, there's also the question of storing all of that energy. Is that being invested in heavily enough? It's not yet the major problem of the next 1 or 2 decades. For the next 1 or 2 decades, the network connections and using the flexibility of the grids is much more important than storage. Storage is at the moment an issue of innovation, and we need heavy investment in these, but that's not yet a material problem for using renewables. And what time frame are we talking about? When are we going to finally see the fruits of this labor, of this huge shift from nuclear energy and fossil fuels to renewables? After 2020 and in the decade between 2020 and 2030, the first of these installations will leave the phase of subsidies, and then they will generate electricity at no cost, and then we will harvest the fruits of these heavy upfront investments. Mr. Matthes, thank you very much for your time.